Zekthara had killed across 17 star systems. His chitinous exoskeleton bore the ritual scars of 43 successful terminations, each mark representing a different species that had fallen to his precision. The Valorian Syndicate paid handsomely for his services, and his reputation preceded him wherever his sleek ship touched down. He was, by all galactic standards, the apex predator of his profession, which made the human contract particularly amusing. The briefing had been straightforward. Dr. Sarah Chen, xenobiologist stationed on research outpost Kepler 442b, human, female, no combat training, no military background, a soft target engaged in cataloging local flora for the Terran Colonial Administration. The Syndicate's client wanted her research terminated along with her, something about territorial disputes and mining rights. Zekthara's mandibles clicked in what passed for laughter among his kind. Humans were notorious throughout the galaxy for their fragility. No natural armor, no venomous bite, no electromagnetic discharge capabilities. They couldn't even see properly, in low light. How such a pathetic species had managed to spread across the stars remained one of the galaxy's great mysteries. The outpost sat nestled in a valley between crystalline formations that hummed with harmonic resonance. Zekthara's thermal sensors detected a single heat signature in the main laboratory, his target working late into the planetary night cycle. Perfect. He approached with the practiced silence of a master predator, his 6 legs finding purchase on every surface without disturbing so much as a pebble. The outpost's security was laughable by galactic standards, designed to keep out curious wildlife, not professional killers. Within minutes, he had bypassed every system and stood outside the laboratory's transparent aluminum viewport. Dr. Chen worked alone, hunched over a microscope, her brown hair tied back in what humans called a ponytail. She wore simple clothes, no armor, no weapons visible, the perfect prey. Zekthara activated his cloaking field and slipped through the maintenance airlock. His target remained oblivious, making soft sounds of fascination as she examined some local specimen. He drew his plasma blade. A quick strike to the base of the skull would be merciful. The Syndicate hadn't specified a painful death. Fascinating, Dr. Chen murmured, still focused on her work. The cellular structure is unlike anything in the galactic database. Zekthara positioned himself behind her, raising his weapon. Something made him pause. Perhaps professional curiosity about what could captivate his target so completely in her final moments. On the screen before her, magnified thousands of times, writhed something that made Zekthara's respiratory slits seal shut, involuntarily. The organism was wrong on a fundamental level, asymmetrical, aggressive, with tendrils that seemed to defy several laws of physics. Beautiful, isn't it? Dr. Chen said without turning around. Zekthara's cloaking field flickered. She knew he was there. I've been studying the local ecosystem for 3 months, she continued conversationally, finally swiveling in her chair to face him. Her brown eyes showed no fear, only mild interest. Would you like to know what I've discovered? The assassin's weapon remained raised, but confusion stayed his hand. Prey didn't behave this way. Prey ran, or begged, or froze in terror. They didn't make casual conversation with their killers. This entire planet, Dr. Chen said, standing slowly, is basically one giant organism. Everything here, every plant, every microbe, every geological formation, it's all connected through a subsurface mycelial network, and it doesn't like visitors. As if summoned by her words, the crystalline formations outside began to hum louder. The harmonic resonance shifted, becoming discordant, aggressive. You see, she continued, stepping closer despite his raised weapon, I'm not really a xenobiologist. That's my cover. My real job is much more interesting. The outpost's lights flickered. Through the viewport, Zekthara could see the crystal formations beginning to glow with bioluminescent fury. I'm what my people call a canary in the coal mine. We get sent to worlds that seem too good to be true, places where other species have tried to establish colonies and disappeared. My job is to figure out why. The floor beneath them began to vibrate. Zekthara's thermal sensors detected movement, massive movement, beneath the outpost. "The Valorian Syndicate wants this world," Dr. Chen said, her voice remaining unnaturally calm as chaos erupted around them. "Mining rights," they said, but they made one crucial error in their planning. Zekthara tried to speak, to demand answers, but his voice synthesizer seemed to have malfunctioned. "They assumed I was the threat to be eliminated," she smiled. And for the first time, Zekthara understood what humans meant when they described someone's expression as predatory. They never considered that I might be the warning. The outpost shuddered as something vast stirred beneath them. Through the network connection he'd used to bypass security, Zekthara's ship AI began screaming alerts. Massive biosignatures were rising from the planet's crust, not just around the outpost, but around every syndicate facility on the planet. "You have approximately 4 minutes to reach your ship," Dr. Chen said helpfully, checking her chronometer. "The planetary immune system is remarkably efficient once it's been properly stimulated." Zekthara's training finally overcame his shock. He lunged forward with inhuman speed, plasma blade seeking her heart, only to find himself striking empty air. The human had moved impossibly fast, impossibly smooth, and suddenly his weapon hand was twisted at an angle that sent waves of agony through his nervous system. 43 kills, Dr. Chen said, examining the ritual scars on his exoskeleton with professional interest. "Impressive. But you've never hunted on a death world, have you?" Zekthara's weapon clattered to the floor. The human's grip was like a mechanical vice. "Earth, where I come from, has been trying to kill everything on it for 4 billion years. Ice ages, supervolcanic eruptions, asteroid impacts, toxic atmospheres, and somehow, life not only survived, it thrived. It got creative. It got mean." The outpost's emergency lighting cast her face in hellish red shadows. "We're not the apex predator of our world," she said, releasing his hand and stepping back. "We're the apex survivor, and the galaxy is about to learn the difference." Through the viewports, Zekthara could see his ship's engines igniting in automatic emergency launch. His AI had abandoned him. 3 minutes, Dr. Chen said cheerfully. "Better start running." As the first crystalline spear punched through the laboratory floor, Zekthara finally understood what Apex really meant. He ran,